New Titans issue 35, Tate BROMBAL writing with SAMI BASRI, I should say, and Vicente Cifuentes on the art.
Yep.
I did my best.
No, you nailed it. That's how you say those names.
I like this issue, I think, a little bit more than the last one, because I felt like it kind of grounded just like why Cyborg picked this new team. The idea that so as they call them, the full Cyborg is Robo Cyborg, right? Which sounds stupid, but it does actually clearly delineate who we're talking about. But
they also point out how stupid that sounds, which I appreciate, because like, what else are you going to call him?
But yeah, but human cyborg and robo cyborg, for the sake of differentiation, it makes sense at this point. So Robo Cyborg on his rampage, and because he's so obsessed with the nostalgia of the Titans, the reason why Human Cyborg had like this team put together that had nothing to do with the old members was all purely so that it wouldn't just be feeding Robo Cyborg with more people that he wants to trap or more nostalgia that he wants to mine.
Yeah,
and that's why it's Stephanie Brown. That's why it's John Kent. Don't try and fit this with what's going on with Tomorrow Man over in Superman Unlimited. Your head might explode, so don't worry about that.
No, but I prefer this version because I can see his beautiful face.
his beautiful face. I didn't realize you were that strongly passionate about it.
Yeah, let's go. I mean, it's the son of Clark Kent and Lois Lane. Now, I had great odds.
I will say, these new characters referring to Dick and Corey as the boomers was making me laugh.
Yeah.
Even though they're at most millennials. Let's be real. Yes. But it's still funny they're calling them boomers.
The younger generation just call everybody boomer that's older than them, right? So like,
yes.
Okay, boomer. But yeah, I did like that the reason that Robo Cyborg at the crux of it is he's trying to protect his friends. Right? Because the world out there is tough and strong and bad, but I can keep them safe in this world of my imagining. And it's a very robotic take of keeping someone safe.
Well, yeah, I mean, when Human Cyborg is into like, the mainframe to talk to Robo Cyborg, who is there as a kid and he's playing video games, the way he kind of describes it, he brings up the paperclip thing, where if you tell a computer, a robot, to basically keep producing paper clips, it'll try and perform that directive no matter what, to the point where it'll end up stripping metal from important things to make more paper clips, and it'll just keep producing paper clips for needless production rather than serving the need that they initially had, and that's how an AI can sort of get out of hand, and we end up having Skynet over paper clips. And it's basically this idea that Robo Cyborg is protecting and maintaining the status quo of the Titans to the detriment of the team and the world and everyone involved. So, yeah, I mean, ultimately, he eventually fuses together and becomes Cyborg again, by the end is the simple thing. Yeah. And that part's just fine. It goes through the motions.
Complete with a booyah, which numerous people say booyah, which I thought was funny as well. It's almost like an homage to the cartoon version of Cyborg, which I appreciate.
Yeah, I mean, the Fearsome Five show up, but it's not actually them. It's just like hard light, holodeck style constructs.
Yeah, it's for them giving someone to fight. And then we also get Deathstroke and Trigon, like the big nostalgic villains when it comes to the new Teen Titans
but
of the 80s. But
I did like Steph being kind of the leader of this new team, and like Cyborg kind of like saying, oh, here's why I picked these people, and it was like, hey, Steph has these skills, like she's maybe not the smartest or the best fighter of the Bat family, but she was trained by the Oracle and she knows all this stuff. And some of Steph's banter was quite good in this issue. I thought she had a chance to actually talk a little bit, which is cool. But it's like, hey, Yara's kind of the Wonder Girl who won't stop, right? She's like got the temper. John's got all this potential. He's the son of Superman.
And he has the electro discharge.
Yes.
That could come in handy.
And Red Devil's got horns. I'm paraphrasing, of course.
Well, but he's magic. Yes. So that goes off for the chaos, And I do like that he's become more of a magic practitioner, in all of this. So he's kind of the wild card here.
Yep. So I like that they kind of established, okay, well, this is why these team members all work together. And I'm like, yeah, you've got, I mean, if nothing else, you've got a Wonder Girl, a Superman, and a Bat character. You've got like all the Trinity are represented with like next generation members. But then you've also got this computer girl, or this robot girl named Eva, who was introduced at the end of the last issue. And is helping, right? And she effectively feels that she's a part of the team by the end of the issue, which is interesting. Anyway, she finds the corrupted mother box at the center of everything that's causing all this in Cyborg, and fixes it. Cyborg's back to being Cyborg. Booyah, as you said. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Interesting that Terra's still kind of hanging around. I wonder if she's going to be a recurring character here as well. Be curious to see. However, there is a little thing here at the end where Cyborg's still working with Eva, and he goes somewhere interesting, and like Eva's like, "Hey, are you going to tell them the truth yet, Vic?" And he's like, "Not yet. They're not ready yet." And it says next time, home is where the heart of Apocalypse is. And when you look at where Cyborg's standing on this platform, it is surrounded by very volcanic looking stuff, and I'm like, oh. Is that on Apocalypse? Is he literally teleporting to Apocalypse to do stuff?
I mean, boom tube, right? Like he's the ability.
Excuse me.
Because the heart of Apocalypse.
Excuse me, Matt. Excuse me. Boomer tube.
Boomer tube. Yeah, I mean, I guess he would count, right? He is of that generation. With Dick and Corey.
No, but
the heart of Apocalypse is over him though too.
The funny thing is, though, is that when some of these characters were created, some of them actually are technically boomers. Dick actually predates boomers, though. Dick is like the generation before the boomers. He's the greatest generation. Like, yes. He actually, because when did Robin come out? Was it 1941? 1940, 41. Yeah. Yeah. So he's actually pre baby boom. So that would be the greatest generation. Yeah. I mean, he wasn't baby boom was post war. Yeah, he wasn't old enough to fight in the war, obviously. He'd still been a kid. No. But yeah, he is technically predating the boomers. A lot of Silver Age characters, though, characters who were invented in the 50s and 60s, boomers. Yep. Oh, yeah. Hal Jordan is a boomer. That boy, if he got his powers in the 60s, that means he was born in the 40s. So, got to think he was in his mid-20s. But yeah, anyways. Yeah, very, very curious on what he's doing with the Heart of Apocalypse. I wasn't thinking about when they were born. I was just thinking from date of creation, because technically, Dick, if you're counting from date of birth, they would be like, if he's already like 12 when he appeared, then he's born in like 1929 or something like that. Right. So, anyways, yeah, I thought we were gonna be done with the Heart of Apocalypse stuff, but seemingly not. Seemingly we're not beat. I mean, we seem to be done with this initial little arc, which is the whole fake versions of things showing up. Robo Cyborg's got them all trapped in a simulation. That seems to be done here at the end of this issue. And it seems like we'll have Dick and Corey being there as kind of mentors as the new team works for Cyborg. And that's an okay setup. I'm cool with that. But honestly, the biggest selling point for me was like, oh, hey, I like more Steph in a book. And I'm happy that she's maybe getting a chance to shine here a little bit. So that's neat. I'm down for that. Anything else you'd like to add, Matt? No, that's it. I was looking at the cover for the next issue, and it looks like they're going back to Titan's Mountain, which they kind of hint at this last page as well. Yes. So not quite out of the nostalgia yet. So curious to see. Yeah, I mean, I suspect the book's still going to be guilty of pulling on nostalgia strings, even though it was criticizing nostalgia a little bit with that first arc, and it's a little hypocritical, but I mean, we'll see. But so not like super high art by any means, definitely just kind of a serviceable book in some ways, but I do like the banter between characters, and I like that some of these characters, like particularly Steph and Yara, are the ones more so. I mean, obviously I like John, but I think Steph and Yara having a place to be themselves and have their banter, and I feel like their banter might work really well together as well, which is a nice pairing. I can see potential. I feel like they're the Wonder Girl and the Batgirl that are the most similar. Yes. They both have this edge to them. They both are not afraid to speak their minds. So those two, bonding and becoming friends, I think would be a lot of fun as well. Yeah, for sure. And I really don't think there is a super equivalent character. Maybe Connor Kent's the closest, but even he's not quite the attitude of those two. No. Yeah. So, hey, anyway, pleasant enough, if nothing particularly special. Yeah, I mean, I had a decent time. Like, I feel like this book was the one I sat down to read and went, okay, I enjoyed the last two issues, but is this one that maybe like needs to prove itself to me to keep me engaged with it? And it's not like it knocked anything out the park, but I was like, oh, I'm liking this little interaction here, and I'm liking this little beat here. I'm liking that some of these characters have got a place to be spotlighted a bit more. So I'm curious to see what the next arc is going to do, especially since Tate BROMBAL, as a writer here, has to seem to do more stuff with that ensemble, and more importantly, it's tying a bit more into like ongoing universe stuff, whereas, you know, Batgirl's pretty self-contained. There's not really a lot of connective tissue to, oh, he has to bring up Darkseid or the Omega stuff or, you know, whatever. So curious to see how he handles any of this stuff going forward. But what are you giving New Titans, Matt?
I'll give this a 6.5.
Yeah, I think I'll go with a 7. I think I'll say good.